Gentrifying to the Sandy Hook School. Individual that I have on the phone is continuing to hear what he believes to be done. We need buses here. ASAP. Call the ambulance. We've got bodies here.
Boston Marathon, Sandy Hook, Aurora, Colorado, Columbine High School. Destinations forever etched in our resolve to stop or at least mitigate violence. That is what we are here to do. We are Building Security Specialists, a company formed to help schools, retailers, and corporations assess their risks of violence and create plans to stop or mitigate a variety of threats. We are different because our team members have been involved in some of the most important events of the past 3 decades. The attacks on the World Trade Center and Pentagon, protecting nuclear materials in Eastern Europe after the fall of the Soviet Union, protecting U.S. presidents against violence, and testing and protecting some of America's and the world's most secure nuclear facilities and other high-risk, high-threat operations. The first step in our approach is a thorough threat assessment which gives us insight into the probability of violence occurring and what that threat might look like when it arrives at your front door. Similar to high-risk, high-threat facilities, we use this threat model as our guide to conduct a comprehensive assessment of your facility, looking at staging areas, entry pathways, and other weak points which could be exploited to gain undetected access. Most weaknesses are not so obvious to the untrained eye and would most likely be passed over. The BSS staff have trained for many years to identify physical weaknesses and inherent weaknesses associated with security systems and plans. Once our assessment is complete, we provide a comprehensive report with recommendations for strengthening your security and safety. We custom craft a plan for making enhancements to buildings that will make it inherently safer. One-and-done improvements that, based on our threat assessment, is workable and effective. Then, we turn to the people within each facility. We work with you, your people, and local law enforcement to develop simple internal emergency procedures that everyone follows and which might stop violence before it happens. Focusing on cultural and behavioral aspects of an effective program, we help you create and communicate a plan for responding to an emergency that is clear and easy to implement. Tabletop exercises and limited scope performance testing let your people practice emergencies, then make adjustments that will make your plan the most effective possible. This means providing you with training for managers, employees, even students that teaches everyone that if they see something unusual, to say something about it. From an unusual visitor in the parking lot to a student or employee who is exhibiting unusual behavior, it is a way of changing a culture that protects the group and that can be the most important factor in preventing violence. Having armed security personnel or school resource officers at your facility is a question based on threat and risk assessments, physical weaknesses associated with your facility, and the timeliness of external law enforcement response. As was noted in the 1999 Columbine High School shooting, school resource officers may not be effective if not considered within an overall protective strategy which includes delaying and channeling potential threats to areas where these officers can quickly engage, delay, and/or neutralize potential threats. Our insight can help you determine the most effective utilization of an armed presence and how they fit into your overall protective strategy. That is our prescription for stopping or mitigating possible violence against your facility and the people inside. There is no more important priority than this one. Remember, the bad guys only have to be lucky once. You have to be lucky every time. If you need help in assessing your protection plan, give us a call. We are convinced that there is no better resource to help you protect your most important assets.